Malaysian Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob is in Bangkok for a 3-day visit. It's his first official trip to Thailand since taking office last year. Mr. Ismail will discuss the pandemic, border control and insurgency in the deep south with Thai Prime Minister Prayut. The countries are looking to reopen their borders while collaborating on vaccine research and development. Thailand is one of Malaysia's biggest trading partners. Trade between them climbed 23% last year. And Saksit Sambat joins us live from Bangkok. Saksit, how soon do you expect Thailand and Malaysia to fully reopen their borders?
Both leaders of both countries are very eager to open the borders between both countries very soon. In fact, Thailand has recently announced that they are going to lower the requirements for vaccinated travelers to come here to Thailand, not only by air, but also by land and sea as well. And that also obviously includes the border crossings with Malaysia as well. And then also in the other direction, the Malaysian Prime Minister has also announced that there will be a vaccinated travel lane, a VTL, very soon with Thailand between Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok, and also other connections as well. And it is very important for both countries not only to resume tourism travel, but also cross-border relations in general, even though both sides have kept the borders open for the transport of goods, but not for the movement of people. And that's something that they want to see happen again very soon. They have not set a specific date yet, but going by the Thai rules that are going to kick in, they're going to kick in on March 1st. So we can expect that on the Malaysian side, it won't take very long until those two requirements will align very closely.
Saksit, as I just mentioned, Mr. Ismail will be discussing the pandemic, border control and insurgency in the deep south with the Thai Prime Minister. Any progress made on these issues?
Yes, indeed. There are a lot of topics that need to be talked here, especially for the new Malaysian Prime Minister, at least the new to the Thai Prime Minister, at least in person. But since this is a first visit, the topics and the depth of the talks hasn't been that deep. So, yes, of course, all these points that you have mentioned, cross-border trade, they set a new goal to have the trade volume up to $30 billion within 2025. There's also there's also declarations of commitments to invest in each other's border regions and border provinces, in each other's industries, not only in the halal industry in Thailand, but also other sectors as well. And of course, there's the deep south insurgency that has been going on since the mid-2000s and that has killed thousands of people, both on the insurgent side, on the civilian side, and the Thai army side. Now, that has been mentioned, the Malaysian Prime Minister has supported the Thai efforts for peace talks, and we do know, in fact, it has been reported in Malaysian news, but it also has been confirmed to us here at Thai Government House as well on the sidelines that there will be peace talks again next week on March 7th between the Thai side, the Thai military side, and Thai insurgents, being hosted by Malaysia on the Malaysian side as well. But in overall, it goes to show that the insurgency itself hasn't really hasn't been as violent as it used to be. Yes, there are still incidents and deadly incidents going on, but not at the same rate as it happens before. Many different reasons, but at least also it helps that both leaders of both countries are talking to each other to at least have some influence on the situation in the border region there as well.
Thanks, Saksit Sambat, reporting on the meeting between the Malaysian and Thai Prime Ministers in Bangkok.